All right, hello everyone. Welcome to another Great Lakes weather update. The time is 2:41 p.m. and it is the vernal equinox today at 11:33 a.m. We hit that point and now it is officially spring. So welcome to the spring season. Hopefully it's nice and warm where you're at right now. It's a nice 54 degrees in the Kalamazoo, Michigan area. And if you're looking on the screen right now, you can kind of see we've got some showers and thunderstorms to talk about over the next week. We're finally going to get into a little bit of action. And in fact, this storm could bring some pretty significant weather to the Great Lakes region. Well, not the Great Lakes region, but areas down to the south and off to the north. We're going to see just some rain, some thunderstorms, parts of the Great Lakes region. I'm going to talk about all of that. The tornado outbreak that's going to be taking place in the south, the Dixie Alley region. The only 17th moderate risk on a day 3 event that we've seen since 2001. So we're going to look at that. We're going to delve into the potential for some particularly dangerous situations taking place down there. We're going to look at all of those and look at the change in temperatures that's going to take place this week. We're going to see a nice uptick in the temperature. It's going to rise up into the 70s tomorrow. And then the rain's going to kind of cool things down. It's going to get back down to more of the typical temperatures that we would see during the winter. So unfortunately, winter is going to take a nice punch back during this first week of spring. So we're going to talk about that. But make sure you are on all of our platforms. If you're watching on desktop, scan that QR code and you can get access to all of these different locations on our website, or you can just look at them right here and get connected in that way. We are now on Truth Social, so make sure to check that out, or at least we will be. We're on a wait list, but we will get there soon. And then all those other platforms, as normal, we are still there. All right, let's get into it right now. So day 2 Convective Outlook. This is from the Storm Prediction Center itself. They are putting an enhanced risk out in parts of southeastern Texas for significant tornado potential. That hatched area indicates that potential for more major type tornadoes in that region. Hasn't really been many updates to this forecast, not really many expansions of the enhanced risk area, but this is going to be taking place down in the Dixie Alley region beginning on Monday. So we're going to see the storms going to develop. Then they're going to continue to intensify and strengthen by the time they reach the area in Louisiana and Mississippi by Tuesday. There's in fact a day 3 moderate risk, pretty rare issuance by the Storm Prediction Center. This storm is going to impact the Great Lakes region in a few ways. Not really in a significant amount of ways, just a few thunderstorms, maybe some rain showers. So followed by maybe a few snowflakes on the backside. So not really too concerned about the impacts to our area as of yet, just the rain. But really, when you see something like this, it really draws national attention because this is a pretty significant issuance of a moderate risk on day 3. So Tuesday looks like to be a pretty significant tornado day in parts of the southeastern United States. So we're actually going to look at that model real quick, just a quick brush over. For those that are interested, wanted to take a look at those particular numbers that are going through that region, and then we'll go up to the Great Lakes region and get an idea of how this storm is going to impact our area. So let's go to it. This is the NAM model, and this is the southeastern United States. Again, something you're not normally used to seeing me talk about, but given that it's a pretty significant storm event that's going to take place, we want to delve into it a little bit. So this is the current time. You've got rain on the east coast that's moving off the area, off it and away from the area, and you got nice high pressure building in along the Gulf Coast there. So as we go through this, Monday is when those storms really start to develop. The line really doesn't start to form until it reaches eastern Texas, and then we get a nice convective line that develops. And then these are the ones that are projected to have some pretty decent tornado potential. So let's take a look at some soundings from the area, some of the graphs that we are getting. And they're showing a PDS tornado, that's particularly dangerous situation tornado. You get that nice arc that's right on that photograph right there. That's really just showing that nice wind setup that's going to be taking place in that area. And then down here you have your cloud base reading right here, and you can see it's pretty low to the ground. Lower cloud bases provide greater potential for tornadoes to spin up, and we're going to have some really nice low wind shear that's just going to allow tornadoes to spin up really quickly in those different storms. So definitely a decent setup for tornadoes in this area, and something we haven't seen in a while. We usually see an event like this during the spring, but sometimes on rare occasions they can get this strong of potential. So, and this is actually just going to continue to trek through parts of Alabama, the Florida Panhandle, Georgia. All these different areas are going to be affected by this particular severe weather event that's going to be occurring. So this is going to move through, and on the backside it's going to get colder. We're going to have a colder air mass on the backside that, yes, more colder air. Not sure if it's going to really snow this far south. It's likely not going to as we're hitting spring, but something to pay attention to. I want to look at the severe weather maps for this real quick because I haven't looked at those just yet. So we're going to go to a single image graph. That way it doesn't take as long to load. Severe weather. Let's take a look at the CAPE values, surface-based CAPE values. Remember, CAPE is a measure of instability in the atmosphere, so it's good to look at and get an idea. Let's go to Tuesday because that's when the storms are really going to uptick and take off. So here are the CAPE values for that time frame. We're going to go back a little bit when the sun is most out in the sky. CAPE values of 2,000 to 3,000. Again, there's that PDS tornado risk that's sounding. It's pretty much been consistent over the past several days that this is going to be a pretty intense tornado outbreak. And then if we take a look at the significant tornado parameters, again, the measure of potential for significant tornado, pretty decent for up to 4.3 in some spots. Let's back it up and see what it looks like. It gets a lot more intense as you go back into parts of Louisiana, parts of Alabama. As we get to Alabama and the Florida Panhandle, numbers really do start to go down, but there is still potential for tornadoes to develop in parts of the Panhandle there. So definitely something to keep an eye on, definitely something to pay attention to. If you know people down in that area, it's good to keep an eye out for this type of event. All right, so something just a quick look at, but I want to take a look at what's going to be happening in our region because this is what this channel is all about. It's our region. So we're going back to the Great Lakes region. How is this storm going to impact our area? Right now, nothing going on. It's actually pretty chilly out for, well, it was pretty chilly out this morning. Now it's up in the 50s, so it's nice and warm again, thankfully. Yesterday was so cold, I did not appreciate that. But let's take a look at how this storm will continue to evolve. We'll get that nice warm air building in on along the warm front. It's going to build in, and then you got that rains beginning to develop on the western side associated with the cold front. That's going to produce severe weather down to the south. Maybe a few showers and thunderstorms as early as Tuesday moving into the area. A sounding, again, indicates really no potential for severe weather. Nothing to really be concerned about with that. You have some snow even developing on the backside in parts of Minnesota. So let's get where the center of low pressure is right along here. We got that warm front lifting in. And I'm not sure how far this goes out, but there's what the NAM is putting out for Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, the rain is going to continue to move through the region here. Again, no potential for severe weather. It doesn't even look like thunderstorms will be developing. We'll just be dealing more along the lines of rain showers. Maybe a pop-up rumble of thunder here and there, but other than that, nothing too significant. On the backside, we may be dealing with some snow. Not sure how much accumulation we'll see with regards to this, but we want to keep an eye on this as it continues to evolve, as snow could be a potential, especially on the western portions of Lake Michigan. So on the western side, we might see something, but not really much of a concern as of yet in regards to any thunderstorm or weather activity that could be concerning. It looks like we may have some marginal severe risk in parts of southern Indiana. Again, some of the CAPE values that have been coming up in this area. Let me go to a single image model here so we can kind of get a look at this. But going to the southern Indiana region, they are putting out some CAPE values. Not really anything too significant, but there is going to be some surface-based CAPE, and that's why they're saying there might be a little bit of thunderstorm activity because we are going to have some instability in the atmosphere that could fuel those storms. So again, it's not likely going to be severe, but there is a marginal potential for some severe weather in this region here. So they may update that in Storm Prediction Center. Again, they're the official people in regards to these forecasts, so you might want to just pay attention to them. But this is just something to take note of as we look at the models here. Temperatures are going to be quite nice on Tuesday. Not really much to be concerned about there. These are the current temperatures right now. This is actually a really early model, but let's try and get to a spot where we're at now. This is a more accurate depiction. So this is connected to that warm front that's going to begin to move into the area. By Tuesday we'll be in a little bit of a warmer state. Let's go back to actually Monday. So we're going back to Monday. You got temperatures in the 70s associated with that warm front on the backside. You have that cooler air that's filtering in. That's what's going to be coming along with that rain that we're going to be seeing. And then as we continue to move this through, really the temperatures are going to stay around the 40s and maybe in the 50s in Indiana and Ohio, as that rain is just going to continue to pour on Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly into early Thursday as well. So going to be kind of a dreary few days between Tuesday and Thursday, and it looks like Wednesday we may get in a little bit of a warmer stage before that cold front officially pushes through, and we get that cold air on the backside that may fuel the possibility of a few snow showers here and there. So just something to be aware of as that moves through. GFS model kind of showing out a similar idea of what's going to be happening. So let's pull that up real quick. This is the current progression of temperatures. Again, Tuesday it's going to get nice and warm in the upper 60s, maybe even 70. And then you got that cold air wrapping in on the backside. Looks like it's actually going to take a foothold onto the region over the weekend, over next weekend. It's a pretty strong cold front that's moving in, and then we get those warm temperatures beginning to move back in, hopefully, again. Then the models get a little bit more long range. We can't really know what to expect, but this storm is really going to be the only storm we're going to be dealing with over the week, though. Just the heavy rain in the Great Lakes region with the tornado outbreak heading off to the south, which everyone's going to be watching, I'm sure. So definitely just something to keep an eye on if you have people or friends living down there. Be aware of that. Otherwise, just good day to just not really go outside and do anything. Just chill in your house as the rain moves through Tuesday through Thursday. So yep, that's pretty much the gist of what's happening over the next several days. Hopefully this video kind of gave you some information in regards to what's coming, the potential tornado outbreak in the south, which should be interesting to watch, and we may have potential to have a very warm summer this summer. The Climate Prediction Center has put out their latest forecast stating that the Great Lakes region could be warmer than normal. So that'll be something we may look at in a later video, but hopefully this was helpful to you for upcoming events, and I will publish more as more information comes out in regards to a potential severe weather risk on maybe Wednesday in this area. So we'll keep an eye on that, and I'll keep you informed. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day, and good luck with this work week.